Now we are sound testing.
What?
Because we got to make sure the audio is good.
Mine's not up.
Does suck. How often are you gonna be making that noise?
You never know. I get angry.
That's true. You get aggro
If I'm
sometimes.
angry and I have to burp at the same time, it just goes.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to episode 36 of the Peep Hunger Pro Show. My name is Austin Flume, and with me, as always,
Anthony Gorman.
And at the last second, we pulled a freaking guest for y'all's. He lives upstairs. His name is Fares.
That was super last second.
Yeah, super last
What's
second.
up, guys?
So we were about to come down and record, and I was like, hey, you want to join? He's like, oh, I'm really busy. And we were like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to. But then 15 minutes later, he's like, yeah, I got like 20 minutes.
And he missed doing it so much. He was like, yes.
Yeah, so we got Fares back on the podcast for half of it at least. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that you actually texted me about earlier, telling me that I think I would be into. Do you think I would be into? So, and we were about to talk about it before the podcast, but I was like, that sounds like great material. So you want to give me the spin on that?
Yes, I mean, there's a new hire at work, and I was joining up with him, and he was telling me how much he loves gaming, and he's part of this club, this Cincinnati chapter of IGDA, it's Integrative Gaming Developer Network. I don't know what it stands for.
Association.
But point is, like, they're a group, and apparently there's something called Global Game Jam this weekend, which is essentially like that. Last time I was here, I was talking to you about Startup Weekend, where you kind of get together in a group and for 3 days straight, you work on a startup. It's the same thing, but it's all based on games. So like you create a game by the end of the weekend.
Like
As developers, there's people with just ideas. Like you don't have to be just a developer. Like it's just like Startup Weekend. So anybody can come and just conceptualize and think about a game, and you actually come out with a game at the end. So it's like Startup Weekend for gaming. So
Dude, that sounds like a huge opportunity for like what I'm trying to do, actually.
I know. That's the first thing I thought about was like Austin people.
Just to get, just to get like your foot in the door.
Yeah, any kind of exposure at all or any kind of experience.
That's true. Just to see what's shaking.
Even the group itself, the Cincinnati chapter, they put on, I mean, he's saying it's starting to grow, and he's trying to make it grow, and then they're putting up different events throughout Cincinnati, and sometimes they just call up like different game developers and kind of just talk about a specific game that's hot and like out there right now. So like for sure you should check it out.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
it sounds like
awesome.
At least you just be talking about gaming, which I'm sure is
At
like
the
100%
very
easily.
At the very least. Yeah, I'll see if I can work it around my schedule this weekend. I do have other plans this weekend, see if I can fit it around that. But yeah, that sounds like, because what you're saying excites me about not having to actually be a developer, but being an idea person, which I think I could totally be, because I love just throwing out anything that comes to my brain and just hoping it sticks, which is what I'm doing right now.
Is that along the lines of like being a producer, or what you're looking at to do in the future?
So being a producer, I think, is more like project management, where this sounds like it's more like just being a designer.
Okay.
So not from the technical aspect, but from the the idea level of creating an idea of what a game could be.
Yeah.
I would say the whole not being a developer, don't let it scare you. Like me going into this thing, as I signed up for the application of Startup Weekend, it says like technical, non-technical, and I saw the technical, it's like developer pretty much. So I was pretty much not technical, which to me was kind of weird coming from engineering and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not technical in that realm, but you still learn so much through the process, just being next to the people, maybe seeing what it's all about. Maybe you think, I want to do developing. So just throw yourself in there. Like you got nothing to lose. It's just people who are kind of in the same kind of interests, and don't let it stop you.
Okay. Dang, dude. Now I'm inspired and stuff.
That's interesting.
On my own podcast. Dang. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. But Anthony, do you have any other questions about that before we move on?
No, I think we're good. I'm like, I'll go with you, Austin. I'll be like, I have this idea for this like yellow cat that shoots lightning. Like he keeps saying his name over and over again. And
what's his name?
Chickapoo.
Dude, that's
They'll be like, that's ingenious.
I don't think that anything like that's ever been
called
done
Chickapoo Go.
Chickapoo Go.
Oh, look at him go.
That's freaking hilarious, dude. But yeah, Fares, I'm gonna see what I can do with my plans and see if I can fit that in there.
Yeah,
but
and remember, they're putting this event this weekend, but if you join the other group, I told them they have a bunch of different events, and just being in the community, I think, will help. But yeah,
I
You need to
agree.
start networking.
Set your intentions, man, for
That's
2017.
Yeah, you're so right.
Let's do it.
Got those bands.
Fares
so
has got your number. Yeah.
He does. Well, he already wants to expand the podcast.
Yeah.
so-
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah. So what? Other than that, what's been going on with you, Fares? How's it going? What's your life like? I see
back
you
in-
eating
yeah,
healthy and
let's
cooking all the
Getting
time.
back in the Cincinnati grind, you could say. Yeah, I mean, kind of long 2.5 weeks in Miami, Florida, getting some sun. Now I'm back to the Cincinnati weather, but it's all good. I just trying to get back in the grind. My healthy lifestyle, eating.
Right.
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
I passed some auditions for cycle
Oh.
bar. So
Dude.
What
I'll
is
be doing-
that?
so a spinning instructor.
Okay.
So I'll be doing boot camp first week of February,
Oh,
and then
cool.
once I pass that, if I pass that, then you guys are gonna be joining me in cycle bar. And
Oh my God.
I'm gonna
I
be
do- I
busting
mean-
your butt off.
Now, do you do like outdoor cycling? at
I
all?
don't, and if you go into one of these spin classes
Mhm.
thinking you're gonna like prep for outdoor cycles, it's
Yeah.
just gonna. You have to stay open-minded and just say I'm about to go into a party or something.
Yeah.
And just dancing on a bike because that's
Oh,
what
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I figured because I do indoor cycling just on the off season.
Okay.
But yeah, it's totally different animal, but it's kind of the same. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely. So what's different about like your spin class? Is it like a normal spin class, or is it like even different than that?
Have you heard of like Soul Cycle?
No.
Okay,
This
so
is
that's
all
back
new to
from
me.
Miami. So it's more of a, you can say it's boutique-ish, and very like all about the music. And
Okay.
there's like some weird moves in there, and like
Okay,
dancing on the
okay.
bike and going back and forth, and like push-ups on the bike.
Oh, okay.
So it's not traditional at all, and that's kind of throws some people off. For me, I just love the music. It's all about keeping the beat, and
Oh.
like I love that, like keeping it to the beat.
That sounds like it'd be more interesting and actually go faster.
Yeah,
like-
it's super fast.
the
you
time.
definitely, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Just because you're not just sitting there like, okay, it's faster.
No.
Now we're on an incline or things
Yeah.
like that.
And then it's like legit. So in Miami, they have like even live DJs DJing
Whoa.
while you're spinning. So I told
Everything
I
in
told
Miami is
P-Funk
like
here-
amped up. Yeah.
So it's all about like motivation and like it's cool. I mean, I for me it'll be like all about the music, sweating your butt off. Can I curse here?
Yes.
Sweating your
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
off.
we're explicit.
And then you can throw in some like, you can say mind stuff and just kind of encouraging people and empowering people to take on the day. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dude, that sounds awesome. And like you said, you can like have a DJ with you. So we're gonna be like a DJ cycling instructor duo going out on the town.
That would be funny.
For
Yeah.
sure.
That'd be
Start
awesome.
hobbies.
Yeah,
Everything.
Have sweet parties. This basement's gonna be converted into a cycling place.
Yeah.
With like 20 cycles here.
But the franchise is blowing up. They've opened, they started 2 years ago. It started in Cincinnati. They've
Really?
opened 60 gyms in the last 2 years
Damn.
Gosh.
around the U.S. So it's pretty cool.
It does seem like all those new type of exercise because people don't want like the boring stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of why indoor cycling compared to like my outdoor on the bike trail was so much better. It's just because it's different change of pace, something different. You got to dodge people. This sounds like you got to keep with the beat, start doing crazy stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
If you really get sucked into it,
Yeah.
and like if you were to come to my class, just
Yeah.
tell me like, hey, put this music in there and we'll ride to it. So like,
put some
you'll
Afro
get-
Man.
Yeah, it's all good. So you'll kind of get into it, and by the end of the day, at the end of the class, like 50 minutes just like go by so fast because you're like dancing to your music essentially. If you're really
Wow.
into the music, it's so fun. But you literally come out of it like you just dived inside a pool, like sweating
I
like
can
crazy.
imagine.
Yeah.
I'm like imagining a lot of off the seat stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so what does the leader of this do? Like you're saying it's a lot of dancing and stuff. Do they just say, okay, now get up on your bikes, now turn to the side, or what? Are you
So
just freestyling?
So essentially, it's like a bunch of bikes, and then there's one center stage, and there was one bike where I'd be on it, and I'd be showing all the moves. So I'd be doing everything with them. And yeah, it's telling them what the moves are, and kind of telling them to keep the beat. And doing all that cool stuff. Sometimes you get off the bike and you can get up to them and like start like, hey, come on, you know?
But do you have like a set thing like where you're like, okay, I'm gonna be like this at this part of the song, and
Yeah, so I mean, what I hear, the good instructors, they prep ahead of time. You can kind of do it
Okay.
off the fly and but the good instructors, you can tell it's like they've got a set playlist
Yeah.
and they know what they're gonna do for that. So that's gonna be kind of one of my goals for 2017 is efficiently how to become an instructor and efficiently work it into my busy schedule because knowing me and like kind of my perfectionist when it comes to like even music and stuff like that,
yeah.
I'm gonna want everything perfect and I'm just not gonna have time, so I'm
Right.
gonna have to find a way to do that. But
yeah. That's interesting you say that like the good instructors work on it beforehand and bring it in there completely ready, but you can still do it on the fly, just not as well, because that's exactly the same with DJing. Because you can go in and just whatever people request, you can throw on a song and do some real quick transitions, but if you have a prepared set, it's like very apparent, 100% better.
100%. I mean, I'm sure you have to improv here and there.
Sure.
Like it's never like, but still, like if you have at least like 95% of it all
Backbone,
good, it makes a complete difference. Yeah.
Dang, dude! I knew you
That's
were trying to
interesting.
get into that, but I didn't know you actually got through the first part. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it was
pretty
like
sweet.
Honestly,
30
should we have a
plus people.
podcast?
Yeah.
And one of his, like, nah, that'd probably be too loud. Everybody has a mic on their bike. Like, all people are like, what the?
Like
Okay.
a 50-person podcast.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, we can podcast during your cycling things.
Yeah.
That sounds sweet. I always wondered what cycling was because I keep getting emails for it at work, and it's like cycling classes. I'm like, what? You just get in a room and bike with people? But I didn't realize it's like and now I go to yoga, and they have cycling in the other room, and every time I come out of yoga all zen and my brain's all like in a friggin' the cycling room was like boom, boom,
Oh my god.
friggin' like a party going on.
Wow.
It sounds fun.
Yeah,
man,
maybe
just give it a
say-
shot.
When I cycle, 'cause my gym in my place has like 3 stationary bikes, and I just watch The Office. Like I'm rewatching the entire Office season, all the seasons, and that's what I'm watching. So I'll like, there'll be a funny part, and I'll laugh out loud, and there's like 2 other people doing another thing. Like I'm just like quiet, humming away on my bike, and all of a sudden, ah!
Yeah, yeah, that's what.
Maybe I need to start like listen to some dance techno or something.
You guys will definitely have to join me if I start instructing.
Oh yes,
For
I'll
sure.
do it at least
Definitely.
twice a week already.
I'm anxious to
Interesting.
see how you do fit it into your busy schedule.
I know that's gonna be a mission.
But you
I
do
got
it.
it. It's not my priority for 2017, but it's definitely one of the ones up there. I mean,
Like a
fitness
goal,
always
yeah.
is. So yeah,
It sounds like something that could be like a huge opportunity and can lead to more other things too.
100%. I agree. So and that's kind of the reason I'm giving it even a list of a spot in my 2017 goals is because it very much falls in line with a lot of other stuff that I like and yeah, just being able to, I mean, even just knowing that it's expanding. At the end of the day, let's say I want to go and sit on the couch for the rest of my life, which I don't. I know at the very least I can be in a state that has that, and I can go like Soul Cycle, the one that's picking up big time.
Mm-hmm.
The instructors that do that full time, easy 90K a
Whoa.
year.
Dang.
Yeah, and this one's blowing. This one's kind of like the Midwest competition. So I mean, at the very least, just to have that, and it's free cardio. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I just need to make it efficient to fit it in the busy schedule. But yeah.
Well, it sounds like, I mean, you cycle every day anyway.
Right. Exactly. But yeah. But the prepping for the class is the part
Okay.
that scares me.
That's true.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And especially since I'm gonna like it so much, the fact that I'm gonna be like kind of putting the music together and looking for music and all that takes.
I mean, do you have
time.
like a mentor kind of that's
So I've been since like a year and a half back. Like there's one instructor that was always telling me join, be an instructor. So I'm sure. I mean, there's a group of community of climbers. That's another goal.
Yeah.
Community of writers that kind of share music and stuff. So that'll help. But,
Okay.
and yeah, so I definitely have some support there.
cool?
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you in your pursuit, Fares.
Cool.
I'm anxious to see what comes of it.
Yeah, man. You guys, good luck on your 2017.
Thank you, and into the future. So
Yeah.
you said you just got back from Miami. Did you? It's visiting family for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Because your family is mostly in Miami. So, any realizations or just overall viewpoint changes as a
No.
result of coming back from
So
that trip?
it's always hard. I always go to Miami for about 3 days, like just weekends, right? And it's hey, goodbye, and it's all good. You don't really feel it. Like when I'm there for 2.5 weeks and I'm with the family for a while, you would think like, oh, I'm gonna get tired of the family, but no, it's kind of like
Back
you
home.
kind of get like, oh, back home, back in the
Yeah.
groove of things, and going to Miami Beach, South Beach, and the sun and with friends, and it's kind of like when you say bye at the end, it's a little harder just because like it's kind of like going back to, I don't know, it's every winter it's like that.
Yeah.
So this time, I mean, really, it was more, and it's funny because another buddy of mine that went back to Puerto Rico was telling me the same thing, like, wow, why am I in Cincinnati?
Yeah.
And for me, really, it's what helps me, and kind of what I always try to tell my buddies is if you kind of think about what you want, what goals you want for this next year, and like or sit down and kind of think of what are your life goals, what are you going towards, and you start kind of from there breaking it down to what are the steps you need to do, right?
Yeah.
You'll find kind of purpose in everything. So then there's definitely a reason for me to be in Cincinnati,
what you're saying,
and
yeah.
it kind of all lines up. So it makes me excited even to come back.
Yeah.
just so that I can start working on those goals, right?
Oh, and
it's not
applying
for the
everything
weather.
that
And
you've
applying,
learned.
right?
So you're not here for the weather or the chili.
No, no.
I was like, I'm learning all sorts of things about you, Fart. No, I'm just kidding. You're like, ooh, PNG Cincinnati.
Yeah, no. No, so yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, so even though I'm saying all this, like, I'm definitely excited to be back, like, and it's because I feel like I'm aligned with my direction, where my life goals are,
Life
right?
path,
So
Yeah.
sense of
Makes
purpose.
sense.
I
No,
think
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's how I felt when I decided that, the producer video game thing path was the one that I wanted to go on, because it justified that everything I'm doing right now is leading to that culmination. So even though right now I'm not where I want to be, I'm working towards that, and I'll get there eventually.
Exactly. Now, the one thing I would say is you will eventually get to a point where it's also a mindset change, in the sense that you can't say, oh, I'm going to get, like, I'm saying I've got goals, right? But it's not always like I'm looking at, oh, I'm going to be happy when I get to the goals. It's always setting your goals, but it's the process of getting to your goals. You need to be happy about that. So it's just knowing that you're going in that direction that might change, and being content with that, and feeling that that's your purpose. You have to be happy now.
Yeah, that's a good outlook.
Yeah, because you can be stuck on, like, you can set your goals on, like, I want to be a billionaire, saying that
And
that's
then
your priority,
yeah.
and then you're never, oh, I'm going to be happy when I'm a billionaire, and then you kill yourself doing stuff that is not.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, I've heard of like anecdotes of how like CEOs or billionaire type people, where they're just savvy businessmen. They love to climb, and then once they reach the top, they get like super depressed, and like life expectancy goes down. And
Dang.
yeah, it's because there's no more climb, and that's what they really enjoyed. So it's like they get to the finish line, and they're like, so now I have like 3.2 million more money than I'll ever need, and my family. And there's just, that's it. Like, so it kind of makes sense how there's like CEO carousels, and they're just always trying to do new stuff. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I was like, oh, yeah, I get, because money obviously doesn't buy happiness, and yeah, some people enjoy the climb. That's interesting. Yeah, outlook.
Yeah, it really magnifies the fact that it's the road and not necessarily the payoff at the end of the road that is the important thing.
Because you could be like just, killing yourself to get to the goal, and then when you get to the goal, realize you didn't even really want that.
Right.
It's like the whole thing would have been a waste. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I feel like, have the problem where they focus on the goal too much and don't realize when their mindset changes or their opinions change, they might not even actually want that anymore.
Yeah,
and
true.
it's time to realign.
That's being like too rigid. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
same thing like that. You can also kind of start going off the path, and then all of a sudden, if you kind of go back and see what the goal is, and you're like, you know what, this was kind of useless. Why did I just spend $5,000 on this stupid thing that I don't need?
Why just buy this TV?
Yeah.
Just kind of like this TV. It was totally worth it.
Yeah, 4K.
Yeah. I was gonna say something and I forgot.
Dang, dude.
If I remember, I'll let you know.
Okay. I am in total agreement with all that advice, and it's something that I try. It's easy to get distracted by things and forget all of that, but it's good to remind yourself and reflect.
So I remember now.
Okay, yeah.
when you do start, and kind of my you can call it like intention setting, goal setting, whatever. But when I try to do it, and I've done it like when I go on like hikes or kind of just my own time and stuff like that, and you really have to go at it at the from the perspective of like, try to completely forget about society, completely forget about everything since you were born, like, because you literally, and I don't know, I've said this before, but you're not born like free, right? So like, everything you know of, your mom told you, and you've kind of just been influenced by your environment. Yeah. So it's like very much digging deep and like trying to remove all those layers and seeing like, what do you want? What's your heart telling you to go do?
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's kind of hard to do it, and it's never like you just got it. Like it's a constant. I think that's what life's all about. It's just trying to figure that out and somehow always trying to stay in that direction. But it's so easy to get caught up on just what you see in society and climbing up the ladder. And yeah, what I want in life is to be a billionaire and to be a CEO. And I don't care which way I'm going to get to it. And then in the meantime, you're like completely neglecting a bunch of stuff, family, or what's really important. And
Yeah,
that's
cool.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And that was one of the big revelations that I got coming back from Canada. I bring Canada up all the time, but it's like you're saying, everything that you've been served your entire life is fabricated, and it's putting you in this process, and you're becoming a part of a machine that just perpetuates itself forever.
What do you mean
And
by
if you-
fabricated? Like,
Well,
wouldn't it be? Well, okay.
things have been served to you as a
Okay.
specific way. Like, this is what you're supposed to do with your life. This is how you're supposed to think.
Oh,
And this is
okay.
how society works, basically. These
Oh,
are the
right,
foundational fundamentals of society, and this is how things work, right? But what you're saying, and I totally agree with, is like taking yourself outside of everything you've been conditioned to do and thinking from like a galactic standpoint. Like, what do I really want to do with my life? What's going to make me happy at the end of not just the day, but everything? And how am I going to align myself towards that?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's some hippie stuff. I love it.
Some hippie stuff, yeah.
Yeah, galactic mind frames.
Yeah, dude. I'm down.
I'm about to go do some hippie yoga.
Oh, is that where you're going right now?
Yeah, in 3 minutes.
Yeah,
So-
you said to like 6:45.
yeah. So I'm trying out Elemental Om, so check it out one day.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Is that
just a-
chanting or?
No, it's just a yoga
Yeah.
studio, but it's a lot
okay.
more. So I don't need yoga to like strength building right now because I'm
Yeah.
kind of doing a bunch of other stuff. I really need the stretching and I really need the meditative side of it. So like it's very much more like relaxed, stretching, holding the poses longer, and then more meditation and some chants and stuff. It's a lot more, you could say, old lady yoga.
Meh.
But
Yeah,
all good.
it seems peaceful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it sounds like mindfulness yoga as
It is.
opposed to the hardcore workout side that is the hot
And
yoga.
you're still doing hot yoga, right?
Yes,
Oh,
but I
that's the
love
hard
the
one.
idea of the mindfulness yoga.
That's what I would think of as yoga. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what most people probably traditionally think
Right.
of.
Yeah.
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 So tell me how that is. I'm interested to know. Have you done it before? Is it the first time?
That's second time.
Okay, sweet.
I did one yesterday or Sunday. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was good. They're a lot more about like doing the right posture and getting you in the right form and stretching the crap out of you. Yeah. So it was good. This one that I'm going to today is like all hip stuff, which is like the most thing we all get tense in,
Yes.
like with sitting down all day and stuff.
Ooh.
So definitely good. Yeah.
All right, man. Well,
Interesting.
Fares, we're glad you got to join us for that 20 minutes that you did.
All
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
I felt
I
like
just-
it was freaking solid.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
If
That was a
anything.
solid one.
Did it dive too deep or something again?
No, I mean, for 20, 25 minutes, yeah, that was
All
pretty
right.
cool.
Make sure after this you guys just talk about like Pikachu and stuff. All right, something live it up a little bit.
You got
Right.
it, dude.
All right, guys.
100%. All right, Fares, we're
Take
going to see
care.
you next time. And until next time, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after whatever tune that is that I'm about to play. And we're back with episode 30. What?
What?
30 what? 36? 36 of the P Funk and Fro Show.
Yep.
Join us, facebook.com/groups/pfunkandfro. Didn't say it at the beginning, but that's okay. I'm saying it right now.
Right.
Y'all's are pretty cool. I'm sure you'll do it. So Anthony,
Yes.
this weekend was eventful in different ways for both of us.
Yeah. Pretty drastic. Pretty stark contrasting.
Yeah, very stark
Weekends.
contrasting, but the same in that we both went to some sort of a convention.
That's true. One would make more sense and the other would not.
Yeah.
But I would say they're both kind of interesting
Yeah.
in their own right.
Which one do you think makes sense?
The anime one. For
Okay.
you.
Spoilers.
Oh, shoot.
No. But anyway, yeah, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so firstly, do you want to start with yours?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I went to a boat show convention thingy.
You into boats?
Yeah, no. Like I like kayaking and things like that. I don't mind being on boats, but yeah.
I don't mind being on boats.
I don't mind. Yeah, I'm on a boat.
How did you get roped into the boat show?
So, a couple friends text me on Friday, day of the boat show. Apparently that it was free for that day for everybody, for
Oh,
the
well-
general public.
Well, heck.
Yeah, and I'm within my idea of walking distance. So I was like, well, shoot, yeah.
Dang, heck
Let's
yeah.
just do that. So they came down and we actually took an Uber there, and it was at the Cincinnati Convention Center. And it was pretty interesting. I was more into it in the gonzo journalism style from like Hunter Thompson, what I was telling you about earlier, like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Fear and Loathing on Campaign Trail.
I see.
But this was more geared towards the people there instead of the boats. So my attention was more on the people than the boats.
Mm.
And apparently there was a lot of RVs there too, so a lot of sports utility vehicles. So it's like a lot of outdoorsy kind of, I don't know, not like city people that I'm used to seeing. So it was interesting.
You talking it was rednecks there?
Yeah. Talking some hillbills. But I mean, there was a mix of people. There were, so we first went in the RVs. So it was kind of interesting. So we went in the RV section, basically like fifth wheels where you pull behind a big truck or just standalone RVs.
Yeah.
And they had like Homerama style where you can walk in them.
Oh,
holy crap. Like they're really nice now.
RVs?
Yeah. Compared to what I thought they were like new ones are pretty nice. So the sides pop out and it gets real spacious inside. There's people just lounging in there, taking a break from the convention.
Oh, wow.
And just listening to those people, like I overheard a very serious conversation about the attributes of a fifth wheel compared to like pull behind, I think they called it, or something like that. I'm probably messing up the phrases for all you RV fans out there.
Oh yeah, do you know the differences?
I know what a fifth wheel is.
Yeah.
But I just remember that phrase, fifth wheel compared to a standalone or a pull behind.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it's just interesting. Like, wow, this is totally conversations that I'm not used to hearing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like something you've never experienced before in any way.
Even though I grew up in Morrow, which is kind of out there in the sticks, or it used to be. But I was never really in the group of people that did like RV camping and boating. Really,
Yeah.
I've been in RVs and on boats, obviously, but so it was interesting to see people that are like way interested. So there was a lot of families there, you can tell where the families go together, and then like the teenage kids kind of hang out in their own little pack. So there's a lot of that going on. Just same old stuff, but with just different types of people.
Interesting.
So it was interesting, yeah. So it was pretty interesting. And then I ran into a dude that I kind of knew from another friend that had a stand there. He has a outdoor shop in Milford.
Oh wow! So not only was he there, but he actually had his own stand.
Yeah, and he had like paddle canoe type things on
Dang.
display, which are pretty neat. It's like you paddle like a bike, like sitting down, and it has a little propeller that sticks out the bottom.
Okay.
So it's good for like lake fishing and stuff, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was pretty cool. We talked to him for a little bit, and I felt detached at that show, but then also I knew like that dude, so it was like really weird. Like, oh shoot, I know a guy with a stand here. Like, what the hell? But
that is funny.
Yeah, so that was kind of interesting. Then we just walked from there to what I thought was a reasonable walk.
Did they not agree?
The people with me were kind of like, I don't. It was kind of rainy and cold, but I just kind of deal with shit. I'm just like, meh, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Because it's just too close. Like a 15-minute walk to me.
15 minutes is like
for
nothing.
an Uber.
Yeah.
Unless it's like pouring out or things like that. But, yeah. So we went to Taft's Ale House, which is used to be a church. It turned bar/restaurant.
That's neat.
Yeah, so we hung out there. Then went back to my place, hung out more. Yeah, it was a good trip.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty chill weekend.
Yeah. Other than that, it was a lot of just playing Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. I can't remember if I mentioned that last time, but yeah, it's a very nostalgic game for me. So it's just I had the itch for that type of game, and this game perfectly scratched that because I played Diablo 2 with Akil extensively.
I get the vibes.
Yeah.
So it's a callback.
Yeah, there's multiple times where I'm just after like a big boss, I'm like, man, I'm so glad this is perfect. Like it's just bringing me back.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Like right now for the waiting for the boom. That is probably gonna be the springtime for you.
Oh yeah,
like a chill time in the winter.
And I keep saying that phrase now.
You got a lot to back up now.
Yeah, that's true.
You got a lot of expectations to meet.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I'm exhausted just looking forward. I'm just kidding.
To go back to the boat thing, I feel like people. I mean, you're lucky enough to have a friend, at least one friend growing up that has a boat so that they can take you on all the river cruises and stuff that they go on.
Oh.
Because I definitely had one of those friends growing up and it was always nice. And like my relatives.
Oh, okay.
had a boat. So as long as you have at least one family member or friend that owns a boat / condo or something like that,
Yeah.
then you're set. You can get invested in the boat life.
Because all the sunk cost is on them, and then you can kind of like
Exactly.
reap the rewards.
Exactly.
Like 2 times a year, right?
Yeah, because boats are freaking expensive. I'm sure you've seen at the boat show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they were beautiful. So I could see how if you have like expendable income, and you're like, you know what, I think I want to get a boat. If you go to a boat show, yeah. Because they're so like shiny and sparkly, and the engines look awesome, and there's so many different like variations, and like some have cabins underneath the deck, and they're kind of shockingly small boats with like sleeping areas underneath. Like, wow, like you could really just kind of chill on a lake with this. So I understand how awesome it would be to have one, but man, the maintenance and the cleaning and the fees, and good lord, the fuel costs, it's just too much.
I feel like they exemplify richness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because owning a boat, not only do you have to buy the boat, but after you buy it, you have to pay for the upkeep, for the
Yeah.
insurance, and then when you get it on the water,
Yeah.
gas on a lake.
Expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even because I remember going on ski-doos, and gas on a lake was considerably more. I mean, this was a long time ago when I was a kid,
Yeah,
but
it's
I remember it
ridiculous.
was just like, holy crap. Like,
Yeah.
we just went an hour and it cost how much?
Yeah.
But that was just for fuel. But yeah, lots of ski-doos, lots of new, like those 4-wheel type things for hunting. They're not like 4-wheelers, but they're like almost like cars.
Oh, like a razor?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some. Oh my
They're
god, there's
freaking
some
sweet.
super. Like if the group or I ever win a lottery, like I would. There was one there that I got a picture with. I would buy that in a heartbeat. Like if I had tons of expendable money.
Oh my god.
Because it just looked like a woods shredder, like just a forest shredder. Like it would just destroy anything that came in the path. It looked like a Baja Hummer, like SUV type thing that races in Baja, like in the desert, kind of like dune buggy, but also like sports utility. Seats 4. Oh, it was so cool looking. But and the engine was huge. Yeah, so it kind of hit on those notes. Kind of like the tractor pull and everything. Because before computers and like general tech, I was like way into cars. So
I see.
I'm still into cars. It's just my interests have shifted.
Sure.
Like
Shifted
cars
like a
are
car.
right. Yeah, no pun. But yeah, now my car, it's more point A to point B, and my computers are like, yeah.
Yeah. Those things are freaking sweet because my uncle has one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every now and then we take it out
Yeah.
and rampage around the woods.
Yeah.
Get all crazy and
They
muddy
look
and
like
stuff.
they'd be fun.
Yeah, they're freaking sweet. And I think my sister has one too.
Oh, nice.
Sister Stephanie.
Wow. All right.
Who's-
We might have to do a podcast off site.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, definitely. But anything else wrap up from the boat show? Sounds like your weekend was good.
No, nothing too crazy happened. Just lots of people watching. It was interesting.
People watching is always fun. I
Yeah.
tell you where people watching gets real interesting.
Oh,
Anthony.
yeah. For shifting gears here, no pun again.
Gears.
Yeah, because this
Just
is
car puns the rest
quite
of
a
the podcast.
different convention. Yeah.
Yeah, a convention of which I've never been to.
Really?
Never been to an anime convention.
Huh.
This is the first time.
Wow.
I've been to quite a couple. I was going to say quite a few, but I've been to
Yeah.
like 3 video
Okay.
game conventions.
Oh, right. I guess. Yeah. Okay.
So-
Yeah, because those are definitely not the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So how was
other,
this?
Other nerd culture, but not this. So
Yeah.
this was the same in a lot of ways and also different in a lot more ways. So starting from the beginning,
Okay.
I rode up with Alex, who actually her friends go like every year.
Yeah.
So I was
Okay.
tagging along this time, and we rode up together. We also picked up this other guy who was like, a family from the town that she lived in.
Okay.
He's in the family, and it's like they went to the same high school or whatever.
Okay.
So we picked him up and dropped him off with his friends when he got up there. But it was hilarious because I'd never met this kid.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where I just started talking to him, and
Yeah.
we just started rattling off different things
Clicking,
and going
yeah.
into different topics and blah blah blah. Oh, you like video games? Oh, you like music production? Oh, you ran cross country like right now?
Yeah.
And he was a senior in high school, and I'm like, wow, I have a much easier time relating to you than most people
Oh my god. Yeah.
because he's in high school.
Or maybe just you're into the same things, just different time era.
Yeah, and plus my brother's in high school, and I feel like it's easier for me to relate to that kind of thing because
Yeah,
I just
okay.
kind of.
Even though he's in a different stage of life, it's still similar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interest.
Yeah, so the ride up was fun because that's always fun meeting somebody and just because it was like an hour and a half drive, and for
Columbus,
an hour,
right?
we were talking the entire time.
Yeah, I love that of road trip. It just
Yep.
feels like you're there in like a second.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Except for the driver that's not talking. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
right, exactly. For the most part, yeah, she had a couple of contributions.
Right.
But for the
Okay.
most part, it was just I was talking about Dark Souls and stuff,
Oh, really? Wow.
video games,
Yeah, apparently that's a hard game.
and like it was a hard game,
Yeah.
but it's a great game. But anyway, so that was the road trip, and once we got up there, her friend, or it was actually her best friend and her brother, secured a hotel room
Okay.
for us to stay in. So we meet up with them at the hotel room, and then after that, we go straight to the convention. Based on
Alright.
their past experience, we were supposed to wait in line for 2 hours. We got in like 5 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in the convention, and I had definitely misjudged the amount of cosplay was going to be at this convention.
Oh, wow. So people dressing up left and right.
Yes.
So you didn't go like dressed up? I
Nah.
don't think you had anything on demand, really.
No, I didn't have anything prepared.
Yeah.
So
Whatever. I'm sure you weren't the other one.
no, I wasn't. I was definitely the minority though, which was different.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, even half would be like, whoa, that's a lot of people dressing up.
Mm-hmm.
So how elaborate were their costumes?
They ranged from simple to extremely elaborate. Like her
Like
brother
glowing?
didn't really have like something huge prepared, so he just wore this onesie that was a sloth. So it was just like
Yeah.
the fact that you're dressed up.
Like he's ready for bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the fact. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, did they warn you, or were you just like,
Well, I mean, they kind of were like, yeah, we always dress up, blah, blah, blah. And they hinted that I should do something, but they didn't say, like, expect
oh, like, you
everyone
really
to
should?
be dressed
I
up.
see, yeah.
Which it wasn't a problem, obviously.
No, yeah.
But
Next time.
next time, I will
You're
be
gonna
freaking prepared.
Just next time, get like a bunch of like blue dye and just go as like an avatar or something. I don't know, like
Oh my God, if I went as an avatar. That would be hilarious.
something easy. People would be
Well-
like, "Are you a Smurf?" Like, no,
No, I'm from a different
I mean,
planet.
that is Ant-Man.
But are Smurfs from Earth?
I don't know. I
don't
thought it
think
was like a subtle anti-communist thing.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, the internet's always like picking things apart.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know. They definitely had a kingdom. I feel like
Yeah, they had a kingdom. I think
maybe it
it's-
was like a subterranean. No, man,
Was-
I don't know.
what's his name?
Papa Smurf.
No, no. As like his cat's name was like Azrael or something.
I don't know.
What was the creepy dude's name?
Oh,
From
I
the
can't even
Smurfs?
remember, but I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. The creepy dude from the Smurfs. Was he
Yeah.
like Hitler or something?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I thought it was anti-communist.
Okay.
So they're
Anyway,
even though the Smurfs were like in a commune. Weird.
I have
Because
no
they have
idea.
like it's like a Mormon, or not a Mormon, but like a Mormon where there's like one head dude, and then there's all the other people.
and the Smurfs were Mormons
I don't know.
and communists.
I don't know. I'm mixing all sorts of things up. But like Papa Smurf was basically like the dude, and the rest were just kind of.
And this was supposed to be anti-communism.
Yeah, I know, that's weird. Now I'm like,
But they
crossing
seem
my
so
wires.
happy, except for the dictator.
Yeah,
Who's
weird.
got-
I
who's-
have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I only really remember watching Smurfs when I was really young.
Maybe Smurfs are avatars.
Maybe they're alien avatars.
I don't know. But anyway, that's a tangent I didn't expect.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm like confused right now.
Yeah, but like, so anyway, like video game conventions, you see a lot of cosplay
Yeah.
and a lot of people dress up, but
Yeah.
not everyone dresses up.
Right.
And
That's
it's,
why I'm kind of shocked by this.
it's like if you see somebody cosplaying, it's novel at a video
Okay.
game convention.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's like if you're not cosplaying, you stand out.
Wow.
So that was, and it made it more interesting because there's so much to see.
Yeah.
And me seeing the few animes that I have,
Yeah.
it was cool to see people dressed up as that kind of stuff.
So-
and there was a lot of Pokemon cosplay. So
Okay,
I was
yeah.
totally,
I would think you would recognize more at a video game convention than anime because there's so many different like
Yeah.
avenues and genres of anime
Mm-hmm.
that, especially for me, I only watch very few, but I would like, oh look, it's Akira, or like, No
Yeah.
Face, things like that. But
Yep.
was there No Face there?
Yep.
Yeah. So I would probably geek out over those people, but yeah, I would venture to say I would maybe be able to identify like 2 or 3%. It sounds
Mhm.
like.
Yeah, and I was kind of in a similar boat. Like everybody that I went with, like Alex and our best friend and her brother,
Yeah.
they're like deep into anime
okay.
more than I am. So they were calling out stuff left and right. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just like,
that's.
at the end, I was just like, I'm not even gonna look.
Oh
at
look
it.
at Zuko.
There's no way I'm gonna know who this is. I'm not even gonna.
Right. Yeah.
And I would look and I'd call it like a video game character, be like, "Oh my god, it's the Praise the Sun guy from Dark Souls." And they'd be like, "What?"
What? The prism.
But yeah, so it was very awesome. We went to a couple very interesting panels, of which I won't get into the subject matter.
Yeah.
Very interesting. There was like a night, like it was called OhioCon, but
Okay.
it wasn't spelled normal. It was like OHAYO
Yeah, I think you
Con.
showed me. It's kind of a play on
Like
the
a-
state name and
Yeah.
yeah.
and weeb stuff.
Mhm.
But there's like an OhioCon after hours, and they had
oh no.
interesting panels about that kind of thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So just Google around and you'll find the subject matter that those panels get into.
Was it Magna or whatever it's called? Or
No,
I don't
No, it
know
wasn't.
that realm.
some of them.
I know
were.
there is the Nether realms, but
Yeah, some of them were actually, but not the ones
Yeah.
that we went to. But yeah, so it was very interesting. Something I'll be more prepared for next time. But I definitely enjoyed going. It was neat, new experience, and I got a lot of pictures. And
Yeah.
Alex and her friend dressed up,
yeah.
so people were like, "Oh, hey,
yeah.
I got a picture with
and-
you." Yeah,
all
which
sorts
was
of-
neat. They were dressed
I'm
up
sure
as
that was a
Pokemon.
lot of that was going on.
It was, and there was this room specifically dedicated. You know all those Japanese rhythm games that you always see
Oh yeah.
in arcades,
Yeah.
but you never see in person.
Yeah.
They had a whole room of those.
Oh wow.
And they're all
was
on
it
free
just
play.
a bunch of stomping like Dance Dance Revolution or is it
So there was Dance Dance Revolution,
okay?
and there was like the taiko drum games
Oh, okay. I have seen videos
and
of
different rhythm games
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
that. Huh? Yeah, they were into that big time. I saw a video recently of a dude. It was probably on Reddit, and he's using that bar that like where you can hold on to on the Dance Dance Revolution, and he was just going like with his feet. And his like muscle, like you could tell he was like super toned from specifically that, because it was like I don't know, he was going just so fast, it was just crazy
Yeah.
to look at. And it seemed like he was toned and like healthy just because of that game, because it looked like he was exerting a lot of energy.
Yeah, I can definitely
So
see
those
that
games
happening.
definitely get you involved.
No doubt about that.
I never got into it.
Yeah,
Those rhythm things. No.
I loves me some Guitar Hero. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do know you like that. I played a little bit back in the day, like here and there. But
yeah, there
I
was
don't know.
there was this one kid. There was one game that was kind of like the Microsoft Kinect, where it's like a camera and you dance in front of it.
yeah.
There was a game like that, but it was not Kinect. It was just the game had a camera.
Yeah.
And this kid just walked up. It was this Asian kid
Yeah.
walked up, didn't say anything, turned it on stealth mode, which is it doesn't tell you the moves, you just have them memorized.
Oh,
And he freaking owned it,
holy
and then
crap.
just walked off.
So he like dropped the mic.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
everybody's freaking out, and he just walks off into the night.
Oh
Where he
my
came from.
God. That's his like special social power.
Yep.
Is that one?
Is that one game?
in front of people? Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, do you have any other questions about the anime convention? Like, there was.
I'd
So-
probably just be people watching. Okay, I do have a question. So yeah, there was a lot of like people dressed up, but what were the booths like? Like,
Okay.
were they just handing out? I don't know. I have no idea.
What to even ask?
Yeah. What are the hard stations there?
So at a video game convention, there's an expo floor where there's a bunch of booths with video games set up at them, and the developers are there standing and waiting to talk to you.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked the question like, so what's the expo floor going to be like here?
Mhm.
And they're like, well, I mean, the closest thing we have to that is the booths with all this where all the sales happen. I can't remember.
What do you mean by sale? Like people are buying?
So instead of an
Anime.
expo floor,
Mhm.
since there aren't really announcements or anything at this anime convention, it's
Yeah.
just like celebrating anime
Right.
and people getting together and talking about their love of anime, because they don't usually get to with their group of friends or something.
Yeah.
So since it's like that, it's not about future marketing and announcements.
Mhm.
There are just a lot of booths set up with anime merch.
Okay, that's kind of how
On
like
this big
the
expo
mini
floor.
Comic-Con I went with Tom and Kate downtown.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. More of like a celebration plus like just a shop.
Yeah. And people come and set up their booths that they set up at every convention. They have statues, and
Right. Okay.
on the top level it's like a craft station, but
Okay.
it's like high quality, like good crafts. So
Yeah.
somebody might make blankets with certain animes on it, and some
Okay.
people might make stuffed animals and different stuff like that.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah,
pretty neat.
Yeah, because that community is pretty big.
It is
just
pretty big.
See me, being on the internet.
Yeah. And these people with the booths definitely travel with their wares and sell them all
Oh,
around
yeah.
the country. So
That's funny, man. You can do anything if you really want.
Yeah.
Like if you really are into something, you can find a convention for it. Seems like United States just has tons of conventions about anything.
it does. What
Hmm.
should our next convention be, Anthony?
There's like yarn conventions.
we should go to a yarn convention.
Tom and Kate. Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to go to one. Did you
Yeah,
bounce
yeah.
from it?
Nah, something happened. Like I agreed to go to it. Something came up. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, I would go. You know me. I'm just down. I've experienced new things.
Yeah.
Boat show, sure,
Yeah.
whatever. Yarn convention, sure. I remember talking about they just had like sheep there and things like that. Like you could actually. So it was like a lot of
They have sheep
interactive
there?
stuff. I think, yeah, something like that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm down for any convention.
Yeah. I'm sure there's tons more. That's why I can't wait for it to warm up downtown. I feel like, not to keep going back to the kaboom, but I'm hoping I just figure once spring happens, I'm going to get a very, large jolt of energy.
Yeah, you're gonna light
Right.
inside of you.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I'm walking around and biking sometimes here and there, but yeah, I feel like once the festivals start, like Get a Fest, all these beer festivals.
David Guetta.
Right. But yeah, right now I'm concentrating on not gaining more weight.
Yeah.
Because
That's a
I've
good
been
thing.
eating and drinking well the last 3 months pretty solidly. Like I've been working out still and eating like decently during the week, but
Mhm.
man, December just ruined me. Plus just slowly adding on. It's just the food's too good. It's terrible.
Yeah, and once
Terrible in a good way.
and once you get back into the swing of actually eating things like that, it's like, I'm eating it and I'm still alive. Nothing bad's happening, right? But it
Right.
happens so slowly.
It did, yeah. It kind of crept on. I bought a scale because I knew something was happening, and then I weighed myself. I was like, holy crap, that's like 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow. In like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
5 pounds a month. So, yeah, so I'm focusing on that just to get back in I'm still fit shape, but just to get
Yeah,
lean
you're not
again.
fat.
No. But to get lean again because I know I'm going to be biking a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. I need to get some good paths across the river to Newport.
Mm-hmm.
And start figuring that area out, but not until it's warm out because it's kind of silly to do that now.
Yeah.
Just because it's so nasty out. Ohio weather's. For people that aren't from Ohio, it's been 60 one day. Like today was 64.
Yep.
And then it'll ramp back down and
30.
close to freezing. Yep.
Ridiculous.
So any given day, it's hard to. I have to look at the weather every morning to see what I have to pack
Yes.
and how to dress.
It's absurd.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely
It's
absurd.
more so than normal winters, just for people not in this area. Like
Yeah,
usually our winters
yeah.
are cold in varying degrees, but this winter is like spring to hard winter.
It's
to
freaking,
spring
it doesn't make any
to
sense.
hard winter.
Yeah.
It's like one of the most violent shifts I've seen, week to week.
Yep.
And since I can remember.
Yeah, and I don't remember anything like this either,
No.
ever. It's
But
very
it's crazy.
strange.
Because, even though you're growing up in Indiana, it's still kind of on the
It's the same thing.
latitude. You know, so
I'm only
it's-
an hour away.
Right. Plus it's, same latitude. So it's not like you're coming from the north or south.
Exactly.
So it's the same kind of crap. So I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird.
dude.
It's just weird.
I could have feasibly ran the other day. Like ran outside and not
Oh,
frozen.
yeah. Right. Yeah,
That's
I
weird.
walked just with a raincoat yesterday to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the weather now.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's right.
So
It still is crazy, though.
slightly, it is insane, but yeah. So it's slightly coming to a close a little bit, but
Yeah.
last thing to wrap up, I did get the chance to walk around Columbus a little bit more.
Oh, really? I
Being
didn't
up
know
in Columbus, yeah. So just restating the fact that I really like that town.
Oh, because the convention center is downtown.
Yeah, it was downtown Columbus, yeah. So we got to experience a little bit more of the city.
That's good.
Took some nice walks. It was nice.
Do you find it smaller than you would like, or?
It's
It's pretty
it's bigger than
small.
I would expect. It's
Really?
not huge. It's a big small town, as
Kinda
I
like
think a lot of people
Cincinnati,
call
yeah.
it. Yeah, just like Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's kind of how I felt about it, too.
yeah,
Like, there's stuff to do down there, but it's not, like, a huge metropolitan area.
no, it's a comfortable size.
But yeah.
I think I've done most of the things, but there's still a good amount left to explore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cities that do have a lot of hidden things. I feel like I'm just scratching the surface.
Of Cincinnati?
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, big time. Even with food, I'm like, ugh. I have to force myself to keep going to new places because I'm already picking up favorite meals at favorite restaurants. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm already getting into ruts. So
You're falling into it.
yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of different ones, but it's just, yeah, I'm starting to build up a nice, what do I feel like eating? Oh, I feel like eating this at this place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like crap.
Yeah.
So I need to concentrate. So maybe in spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'm going to yoga at 8:00 to go attempt to be healthy myself. So
Right. Hot yoga.
yes, hot yoga.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, I think, bring it to a close for this week. But
Sounds good.
if you like this episode, stay tuned every week. We're going to post them on Fridays. It's going to be on iTunes and Android podcast services all around the freaking universe. If you live in a different universe, then please contact me. I would love to talk to you. I would love to have you on the podcast.
Parallel universes.
Yeah, if you're from a parallel universe.
P-Funk and Fro Show calling from another universe.
I look forward to seeing you on the second season of Stranger Things.
Right. Yeah. The upside down world or whatever.
Yeah, the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Join us on Facebook.com/groups/PFunkandFro, the P-Funk and Fro official Facebook group. Cool people in there. Post memes, post stories and everything, and talk to me. Send me messages. I don't know.
Funky anime costumes.
Yeah, send me funky anime. If you want to talk about your life, I'm down. Just give me a phone call. I won't say my phone number on the podcast.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
But DM me. We can. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be lit if you did that. So.
Yeah.
Join us again next week. Until next time, we will see you later.
Later.
What's up, man?
Nothing. Just checking some levels real quick. It's gonna be an interesting one. Yeah, you can just put your water inside of that puzzle there.
All right.
You want to say some words so Anthony can make you as loud as you can possibly be? Realize your full potential.
Hey.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. What do we have there? What puzzle? What are you making? Is that like
This
a
is
Game
the-
of Thrones map?
No, dude, check it.
Is it Zelda? I can't remember. Oh.
It's the Legend of
Oh,
Zelda.
I wasn't reading the bottom. I was looking at everything but the bottom.
That's okay.
The Legend of Zelda. Isn't
Yeah.
there something coming out? Is it a new game or is it a movie?
It's a new
Anime.
console.
Oh, wait, what?
Nintendo's coming out with a new console in March. And a new Zelda game for it.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
That's what
Okay,
it is.
okay.
Yeah, that's where it all ties in.
It looks pretty
Okay.
fun. I did watch a trailer for it.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Did you check out the IGD something whatever?
No, let's talk about that on podcast.
Okay, cool.
Yes. All right. So, what episode is this? I don't even have myself subscribed to my own podcast on my new phone yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I gotta take care of that.
25.
No, I'm pretty sure it was
It's episode 25
I thought
again.
it was 35, but it was 36.
I think it's 36, dude.
I think
Check
I
it out
deleted
real
all
quick.
those.
Check it out right quick. What is that? Oh, an orange.
Orange.
January.
Have you had
Have
your girlfriend on the podcast yet?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
Not yet.
36.
But I'm not at the
Does the
point.
podcast know? Does the people like that follow?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. What episode is it?
This will be 36.